Hi, how are you? Here on Monday, February 26th. Yes, we have 2 more days left in February for 2018. Yes, how are you? Um, I want to talk about something here, tell you a little bit about myself. Who is Vegan Sheldon, and why does 2017 matter to me? And I just want to tell you a little story about myself and what some of the things I went through this past year in 2017. And it's part of who I am and who this guy is who's posting these videos. Anyways, in September of 2016, about a year and a half ago, it was deemed that I would be a perfect match for my brother who needed a bone marrow donation. Excuse me, and I was blood tested, and I was seen to be a perfect match for my brother, and we set it up so that the surgery for them to withdraw the bone marrow for me would be taken out on the 8th of January 2017, and my brother would receive it that day, hopefully, and he would get the bone marrow he needs, and we would move on from there. So, but what happened is on January 3rd, 2017, on my way to work, my first day to work after the New Year holiday, I was crossing a street that was on a steep, and I was going to cross it to get to the job site where I was working up on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And I was pulling a heavy toolkit, and as I started to go across the street, I was starting to run. I was going to run across the street. It was early in the morning. It's a little bit after 6 a.m. in the morning, and I fell. I tripped and fell and fractured my left shoulder. And I didn't know what happened. Obviously, when it happened, I didn't know what I had done to myself. But I was very lucky that I didn't hurt my elbow or my wrist or my face. I fell on concrete, and my left shoulder got the brunt of the fall, and I got a fracture in it right there at the top of the shoulder. And it was a momentous day, to say the least. I was working on a job site. I had to walk all the way to the job meeting spot, on this big construction site, and then I didn't know what I was going to do, but I couldn't move my left arm. I knew that it was by my side, and there was there was nothing. I didn't know what the heck, what had happened, what I'd broken, or what I'd done, or dislocated, or what. But anyway, it was a good 2.5 block walk. Luckily, I got some help with my tools. Walking to the job site and then walking back to my car, and I realized I couldn't work. I couldn't do the work I had to do for the day, so I immediately drove myself to the ER. And bottom line is, I went to the ER, and they figured out it was a fracture, and I didn't need surgery. They put me in a sling, and the thing I want to share is that I took no pain meds. I got through that event, and that subsequent month was very, very painful, and I was managed to treat myself with, hey Trevor, thanks for taking time to watch me. I'm actually doing a little backstory right now about myself and what happened in 2017 and why it was a pivotal year for myself in explaining who I am today. So I was just revealing that I fell on January 3rd and fractured my left shoulder. And I managed to come through that injury. Hey there. Thank you, Trevor. So do you, my friend. Nice to meet you and get to know you better, too. And I'm excited for your new program that you're going to be starting. Way cool, my friend. And anyways, I just... I fell, I fractured the shoulder, and I managed to get through it all without pain meds. I got through the whole event of it treating myself with a homeopathic gel on my shoulder and taking like a strong herbal uh, uh, tincture to help me sleep, to try to put together a few hours of sleep at night, and as my arm was in this sling and, I was getting adjusted to all this. And so I came through all that successfully. And then the other thing that happened that was very eventful is that my mother fell in March. I fell in January. My mother fell in March, and she fractured her uh, 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 pelvic area, not pelvic area, but her fractured her hip and needed hip replacement surgery. And that ended up being a catalyst for her slow decline as she eventually passed away in the beginning of October. And that all happened, throughout the summer, and witnessing that, supporting my mom the best I could in the process, but she was 91 when she fell and 92 when she passed, and my mom lived a long life, and I was lucky to have her. So, but nonetheless, my brother had to wait for my bone marrow donation. So I was slated to do the bone marrow donation on the 8th. I fell on the 3rd, and because of the type of surgery they have to do, they have to put me on my stomach and put my arms up out of the way, and they did not want to work on me until that was fully healed, and I had to wait until I went through physical therapy to get range of motion back with my arms. So bottom line, the surgery for that happened the day after my mother's funeral. It happened on the 8th of October. My mother passed on the 3rd of October, and 4th of October rather, and was buried on the 7th, and then I went for my surgery to donate a quart of my bone marrow on the 8th of on a Monday, the 8th of October. I think it was the 8th or 9th, one of those 2 days. And I came through that surgery without any pain meds. I mean, obviously they put me under for the surgery, but outside of that, I came up, no complications, no additional pain, and no serious pain. I was out of the hospital. They kept me overnight. They kept an eye on me. I was back home, and by the end of that week, I got some rest. I did good to sleep and just recover from, just being in the hospital and, the whole event of it, but there was no discomfort. I came through that free of pain meds. I just want to chart that, my vegan diet helped me get through the surgery well. I took a major influx of superfood green powders all through the summer, all through last year to boost my blood levels, keep myself healthy, and I really test my recovery with my arm to my healthy diet, to a healthy mindset, to staying in the moment, being with my mother through that whole event and seeing her pass away, and thankfully come through and take solace in the fact I had my mother as long as I did, and come through the other side and raise my life condition to move on from the surgery and stay true to my vegan path and really stay healthy. And here I am today. I just wanted to let you know that we all can do what we need to do in the moment, as we take care of ourselves. Really one step at a time with a healthy attitude and taking stock of what support we have in our lives, taking it one day at a time when things seem overwhelming. It really does seem to pave the way for things to get better and for things to evolve and strengthen, and we get stronger through our life experiences and our challenges. And I just wanted to share some events through a year that was pretty impactful and a good chance for me to take stock of my life from a different perspective and, get onto a new path and open up other doors. And that's part of this campaign to put my word out through these daily videos. Trevor, thank you. Proper nutrition always heals the body. The body has innate... Absolutely. We give it the best food possible. We work in conjunction with and partner with our body that way through our choices, through what we put in our mouth, the thoughts we think. Thank you so much for your compassion, my friend. I'm happy to get to know you better. I really am. And I've been so grateful that, no drugs. I know, it's a big deal. And I thank you for popping on here. And I thank everybody who takes time to watch my videos. And I'm lucky that I'm very fortunate to be, have a chance to build an audience this way and put myself out there. So I am taking it one day at a time as well. So I hope we all have a blessed Monday, a wonderful week ahead, and cheers to all of us. Trevor, you take care, my friend, and we'll chat later. I look forward to it, and I will wish everybody a wonderful day. All right, bye for now.